Greg Tardif, Shave It with Greg Tardif. Thanks for watching. Alright, it's President's Day. Unless you're watching this tomorrow, then it's the day after President's Day. But if you're watching this even further in the future, probably not President's Day unless you watch this next year. But today, the time of recording this, is President's Day. And I had quite a pleasant shave today. To celebrate the presidents. And what better president to celebrate than the first one, Mr. George Washington, using Gentleman's Nod. Number 1, George soap. This stuff's really great. The post-shave feel on it's amazing. It lathers pretty easily. It's not tallow-based, it's vegan-based. Wonder what George Washington would think of that. He probably wouldn't give two toots, huh? I don't think so. I used their post-shave balm as well. I used my 1960 Gillette Fat Boy. Look at that, mother. That's classy. I used it on setting 5 and setting 2 for my 2 past shave. Look at it. It's like mixing. Presidents. I used an Astra Superior Platinum. I just find that to be one of my go-to blades, and I like it a lot. Now for the brush, it's kind of special to me because I set this knot myself, first time ever. This is from Maggard's Razors. The handle is kind of classy. It has some translucent attitudes going on there, but the hurl is 70% badger and 30% boar, so it has a lot of backbone in it. I did a deep set so that the loft is kind of low. This was its first run and it was nice. I did a face lather with it, a little scratchy, but I think that'll calm down after a few uses. You have this Omega boar hairbrush that has been very nice on the face, not quite as scratchy as it was the first time. As far as perceptible stinginess as boar hair sometimes has, it was a little bit, but not much. That's okay. First pass went with the grain. And what I found with the Gentleman's Nods George soap is that it kind of, and I didn't think about this before, the notes in it is cedarwood, tobacco, and cherry. I just checked their website though. It seems like maybe they changed the scent profile on it because it also talks about orange, lime, bergamot, and all that kind of stuff. To me, it's like the American version of Cella as far as scent profile goes, because Cella is very cherry, and this is not quite as in-your-face cherry. It's a bit warmer and it's got some like smokiness to it, so it's kind of like, yeah, we're Americans. George Washington, as you know, was our first president. You might know. If you don't know, he was our first president of the United States. The thing I always liked about George Washington was during like the First Continental Congress, he would dress up. And that was before we started fighting England. He would dress up in his army dress clothes every day that they met. And I feel like that's the first recorded evidence of dress for the job you want, because he wanted to be the commander-in-chief of the army. So, but he would, stand there. And I remember in high school when the History Channel used to have history shows, they would go over the Revolutionary War a lot, and say he would stand there with his regal army pose and his dress blues or whatever they were, his army dress clothes, and just looked like the man for the job. And then ultimately it panned out pretty well for him. He crossed the Delaware when it was really, really cold. Yeah, bingo bango. Fast forward almost 300 years. And we can wear shirts that say red, white, and bruise and have American flags on our hats and our brims. Pretty cool. The Fat Boy is becoming one of my favorite razors at this point. It's easy to use and just, it's nice. It's got a little box for it. Pretty cool. The feel on the Gentleman's Nod stuff is above average. Post-shave feel, very nice. I feel like my face is getting fed stuff that hasn't been fed in a while. And then the post-shave balm, the aftershave balm, which is more like a serum, I guess, because it's not super viscous, which is nice. Introduces those same kind of fragrant notes that were in in the soap, and it's not overpowering. I could probably mix it with maybe a Zaro Wanted by Night if I was gonna go to the club, but yeah, I might put it on anyways just because it smells nice and I like to smell nice even after I toot. But I appreciate you watching. Happy President's Day. Enjoy the sales, because that's apparently what we do for President's Day. I will add this, George Washington was Pisces just like me, so I can get our magic crystals out and see if they align, because George Washington's birthday is technically President's Day. It's actually tomorrow, the 22nd, but today's Monday, so federal holidays apparently happen on Mondays. Adieu. Goodbye.